So, welcome to the back part of our garden. This is kind of the woodland part of the garden. And here you see Leonardo da Vinci and climbing Pinky in the back there. And the tall flowers are foxgloves or digitalis. And we have the little hosta-shaped bird bath here that we love a lot. And the poofy white thing is actually a clematis. That's the Duchess of Albany. Then through here, this is also a very woodsy part of the garden. This is where we grow hellebores and hostas. And in the early spring, this is really spectacular with all the hellebores. But right now, it's just very restful and shady and cool. And in fact, over here is a little sitting area where I like to sometimes come in the evening and just sit back here. It's very private. This is a new planting that I just did this year. And this rose is Pretty in Pink Eden, which is a sport, actually, of Pierre de Ronsard, who we'll meet another time later. And this rose is kind of special. I actually grew this one from seed. A rose friend of mine sent me some seeds, and this is the only one who made it and has continued to thrive. So I'm very interested to see how this rose behaves because it's still just a baby. But so we'll see. And back here we have wind chimes and a rugosa rose called Grutendorst, and the Cuisse de Nymphe, who sadly she's not blooming yet, so you can't really enjoy her, but hopefully if she opens up later, maybe we'll come back here and visit her again. Now this is a new bed. We used to have the big Norway spruce here, but that had to come down, and so there's still the kind of ugly stump. But what we've planted here is crepe myrtles, and then here's Don Juan growing into one of the crepe myrtles, and his companions are the two Madame de Sévigny, who are not open, but Baronne Prévost, who is open. Maybe you can get a close-up of her. And of course, I would really like to plant the Seven Sisters back here with Don Juan, but they're just a bit much for him. This is the back of this bed, which we'll see the front of at some other time. But you get a good view of Paul Transom, who is a once blooming, kind of a rambler, and he's just getting going. He's not quite full tilt yet. And over here, and again, we'll see these later from another angle, we have Reine Victoria and Parade, but you'll get a better view of them later. And this rose is called Arctic Blue. And now, at the very back side of the garden, and here is our beautiful redbud, the forest pansy. And I'm very grateful to Larry and Gary for introducing this tree to me in their beautiful yard in Queens. Oh, and there is a little bit of the Montana clematis that you can see up there.
Well, barely.
And New Dawn is here, but she's not really doing anything quite yet. Maybe we'll visit her later. And this is all a very shady part of the garden, so I'm somewhat limited in what I can do back here, but there are roses who do okay here. Constance Fry, who is just barely getting started, so again, we'll probably have to visit her later. And then next to her is Nevada, who's just finishing, so the timing back here isn't quite right. Although here's a nice bloom. And then over here is Himmelsalga. This is a once blooming rose that I love a lot. I love that color. And he's really just sort of getting going, but he flowers beautifully, and it's shady back here. So, you know, there are roses who will do nicely in shade, but, you know, you just have to pick the right ones. And then we come around the corner into a view that I really love. And this is our full moon maple, a beautiful, beautiful full moon maple that has grown a lot. When we first got it, it certainly wasn't taller than us. And then I love this view of, this is Carefree Beauty. And then this beautiful combination of Zephyrine Druin and one of our purple rhododendrons, and I love the two of them together.